72. Probably not even yet thought of. I had just moved to Sydney, and it soon became a city I just had to love. Charlotte Street was a cruiser's dream. It couldn't have been better made. 2 lanes for parking, 2 lanes one way, just up from the Esplanade. It was a Saturday night in '72 when the police thought they needed a hike of wages and pay and benefits, or they'd all just walk out on strike. Hey, good riddance. Now where were the police when we didn't need them to spoil a night of fun? All the good old boys came from far and wide just to show how their wheels could run. Now there was Zeke and some guy from Ontario with identical '69 blue satellites. They ran the drag half a dozen times, a quarter mile from those Christmas tree lights. Zeke had slicks and the other guy headers, both identical tri-pack 383s. At 100 miles an hour to Wentworth Park, neither one could win with ease. Now where were the police when we didn't need them to spoil a night of fun? Of 6 good old boys from the Glace Bay, and their car weighing more than 2 tons. Well, it was Zeke's last smile for quite a while when 6 fingers pointed to those Christmas tree lights. 6 good old boys and a '64 Ford made a lot of noise that night. Who'd have ever thought that 6 guys and an old beat-up '64 4-door Ford with skinny tires and a case of beer had half a chance against Zeke? Well, not him, or anyone near. But then a half a mile later at 110, straight to Wentworth Park, bumper to bumper at the finish line, neither one was first past that mark. Another race, and another dead heat. 4 times they ran, 4 times they both said, "Hey, looks like neither one of us got beat." The crowd went wild when finally they got out of their cars. They shook hands and hugged, and then Zeke said, "Is that a spaceship from Mars?" "Yep, for $1,000 it's yours," they all said with a laugh. Well, Zeke paid, and then he smiled. And the very next day, he cut that car in half. Well, he needed a motor for a T-Rod Ford he was building anyway, but he also wanted that piece of junk off the road, making him look awful bad. Now where were the police when we didn't need them to spoil a night of fun? Just good old boys and a lot of noise, guys doing what guys gotta do. Where were you in '72? Yeah, a true story about the police strike in Sydney back in '72, and they had a drag strip set up on the main street there, and they run right till I think 4:30 in the morning. It must have been 5,000, 10,000 people, all standing around the streets and watching it. And as far as I can remember, there was no real badness of the whole night. It was all well behaved and everybody just having a good time like a Mardi Gras. But anyway, the police came off strike the next day, under pressure, I guess. But it was a good time, and I bumped into a lot of people who were there that night.